Hey guys, and you're listening to a bonus content regarding to DC. Well, there's not much topic to talk about for DC Thursday. But other than that, like I say, there's one thing I would like to talk about, of course. It's the DCEU. Well, we already know that the DCEU had started with Man of Steel. And that got pretty mixed reviews from fans and critics. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Me, I love Man of Steel, the movie, you know? Sure, I don't like the scene with the where he snapped Zod's neck. However, he, of course, will be savior of mankind, but, Man of Steel was the best movie in my opinion. But 3 years later, doesn't help very much. With, of course, is Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. That movie I thought was good, but it turns out it's okay. It was okay, but it was not favorable towards critics, but favorable towards fans. And now we are at the same year, Suicide Squad in August. And what happened? Not favorable towards critics, but favorable towards fans. But I side with the critics on that one. Suicide Squad, in my opinion, was not a good movie. It was bad, and not bad as in good, but bad as in disappointing because of the Joker and Harley Quinn romance. Something that they would never, ever, 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 ever do. To point out the obvious, because that's not the romance I know. The romance I know about Harley Quinn and of course Joker. That's what I have to say about. It's I know that from the animated series, she is just mental and obsessed, just begging for some love, but Joker is just not into her. But Jared Leto, don't get me wrong, I like his performance as the Joker. But yet that makes zero sense why they gotta add him to be the Joker, yet had to make him fall in love with Harley Quinn. And yes, I already know I'm not a Captain Boomerang fan, but him having a fetish for pink unicorns, that's just stupid, Just like Captain Boomerang in everything. In comics, TV shows, well, animated only. But I do like the Arrowverse. Where where I say his boomerangs can knock out anyone. But in the Arrowverse, but on Arrow, his boomerangs can actually kill. But it got a redeemable part in 2017. 2017, it got a redemption. It had a redemption for, of course, for Wonder Woman. And it's got positive reviews from critics, positive reviews from fans, and of course it was directed by Patty Jenkins. And I actually love this movie. That is my favorite DCEU movie because not because it's Wonder Woman, but hey, the character of Wonder Woman is strongly developed. That is one of the strongest female characters, in my opinion, because, if you're not a fan of her, then you must be like an SJW or something. An SJW or something. However, Justice League came in, and this one, I'm siding with the fans on it. It was debatable. Like on Rotten Tomatoes, it was just 40% rotten, but yet the fans loved it. 80% of the audience. Me, I love just Justice League. No. And then in 2018, of course, 2018, we got, hold on, what do we got? Oh yeah! One movie. Just one movie instead of two. We got Aquaman, played by Game of Thrones actor Jason Momoa. And yes, and I will do the Game of Thrones topic, of course, with of course, talking about Aquaman. But I did have a review on it. But it just got mixed to positive reviews from critics, but the fans love it, Even I do. Yes, I will do Monday Thrones bonus content, and on Monday, since if there's not enough topics, I would definitely I would do bonus content on that. And then, 2019, I just saw, well, here we are right now. I saw Shazam. I did a madness on that at April Madness, where I had to cover everything from Star Wars Celebration to Avengers Endgame, which was officially the end of April Madness. And yeah, the critics, including Rotten Tomatoes, it was 90%. And yes, I mean, where it's gone from a dark and gritty to light and silly. But hey, Shazam really impressed me. I know some say it's a true Captain Marvel, but hey, I can't argue, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's way better than Captain Marvel. Right before Avengers Endgame, dethroned my favorite film of 2019. However, But other than that, we are at right now with no movie from DC. Sadly. Yeah, because with DC and Warner Brothers are skipping Hall H. Means in other words, there's not gonna be any DC panels for the Birds of Prey movie and Wonder Woman 84. I know you're all saying, what happened to the other 83 Wonder Woman movies? Well, to tell you this, it actually takes place in the year 1984. And there's no other 83 Wonder Woman movies. If there are, then Gal Gadot would be very, very tired, and yet the stunt double of hers would probably die if there were 83 more Wonder Woman movies. But keep in mind, this is the year 1984. Just like Van Halen couldn't name their album, and yet they call it 1984 because it was released in the year 1984. And also, they didn't have the name for it, but I think they're just going to call it Wonder Woman. But with the art style of the 1984, which in a poster, to be honest, looks like the Andy Warhol painting. Looks like a painting done by Andy Warhol. Well, you know, he is the artist from the 60s. Famous for the pop art of the Campbell's soup can. Keep in mind. And the Birds of Prey. I'm kind of not looking forward to that because well, I got nothing against it. It's just Margot Robbie's in it, you know, Harley Quinn. And I'm not really impressed with her as Harley Quinn after what happened with Suicide Squad, and I'm just not a fan. But, you know, other than that, I gotta check it out because it's my job to do this. You know, I must review it because it's my job. And nothing could stop me. But Wonder Woman, on the other hand, Wonder Woman 84, that I am excited for the most. That one I am really excited for the most. And just yet, you know, and before, and I'm going to do a bonus content around New Year's Eve and see which one of the geek films is the best. Now, from the rank from the worst to the best. Before I end the podcast for 2 weeks. But other than that, that's the DCEU. So far, in general, we have 4 bad ones: Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman, and of course, Justice League. Towards critics, and Man of Steel was pretty debatable. And we got positives, like, and also debatable is Aquaman, but we have 2 positives so far: Shazam and Wonder Woman. And yes, you know, Shazam is, of course, maybe silly, maybe goofy, but hey, you know what? It's actually a fun film because you get to, you know, see the one who played Cyrus on Andy Mack playing Billy. It then turned into Zachary Levi as Shazam. Okay, guys, that's gonna do about it for this bonus content of DC Thursday. Of course, I'm writing down the topics. Because right now, I'm on the Wednesday Awakens, writing down with Anaheim. But if there's more topics, I will write it down, and I would definitely talk about. But if there's not, I would select one of the topics, and I would talk about. But yes, my clone is also going to be, of course. Well, he don't do bonus content, only do topics regarding video games. But me, I could do bonus content and talk about video games, of course. But even though I'm my clone, of course, you know. But just like that, Okay, that's going to do about it for me. I will see you guys next time.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.